All I know is you start to the left of the river and you walk up that canyon.
So it turns out we might have been given bum instructions or someone didn't hear them right. You can seem to know what you're talking about, a lot of things.
Ritangira nature stig. Oh no!
It's not open. Just over my shoulder here, wild reindeer. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Avoid eye contact. In fact, I actually back in the drop toilets. Well, good morning guys. And we are still in Abisko National Park. And whereas yesterday we were down low just exploring the canyon, today this one here has us up climbing up to the peaks.
We're going up to the ski lift station and then about an hour further on you reach Nicola or something. Mountain peak. We'll spell it out.
As I was walking down to the so-called start of this, I was going, so where's the start? What's it called? Where are we going?
All I know is you start to the left of the river and you walk up that canyon and then you cross the river and then you go to the right of the ski lift.
Okay.
And that's all I know.
All I know is 2 hours in, there's a cafe.
But we're going to do that on the way back down. Or we maybe stop for coffee on the way up.
There
maybe.
you go, there you go. Right, well, let's go and figure out where this thing starts.
Because we've got no idea as usual.
Ah, look at that, more noise. So it turns out we might have been given bum instructions or someone didn't hear them right.
Could be either.
But now, rather than going this way, we've got to go this way. See? We know nothing. So guys, we think the start of our hike, think being the main word here, starts at the chairlift station. Now, you can get the chairlift obviously up to the top station where the cafe is, saving yourself I don't know how many meters it is, but a 2 hour walk. However, it's £18 return each. And we thought, that's a lot of cake and coffee at the top station. So we've decided to hike up and spend our money on coffee and cake. Looks like Nicola's already on the hoof. I really hope we know where we're going. So we think this is the path, but it doesn't really fill us full of confidence when it is the complete opposite as to what we've been told. We did meet another guy down and he seemed to know what he was talking about. You can seem to know what you're talking about, a lot of things. The views though, as you're climbing up over the trees, are rather nice. One thing though as well, it's a good job that we weren't hoping to go on the chairlift because it seems to be shut. Now we looked through the bins yesterday and it was open, there was some people on it. It doesn't seem to be running at least at this time in the morning, which also begs the question, is the cafe going to be open? That would not be fun. Cafe needs to be open. Come on, positive vibes people, positive cafe vibes. Someone is derobed. It is quite warm actually, it's nice. We've had a couple of cooler days here in Sweden and now the temperature's back on the rise again. Come on, cafe, be open. Well guys, good news, the chairlift seems to have started running. It must open at 10:30 during the autumn season, which hopefully bodes well for the cafe. That's all we're interested in. I mean, yeah, hiking up a hill's nice, but...
And I really wanted to take the chairlift, but the only reason I'm not is because I can then spend the money on food.
That's what I said earlier, yeah.
Yeah, because I think I've never been on one and I'd like to go on one at least once. And I'm not going to ski because I tried that once and it was disastrous.
Didn't that end well?
Not for me, didn't end well. I skied into a hut.
And to be fair, I followed her quite quickly afterwards. Well, we shall probably catch up closer to the cafe when hopefully we can smell cafe and buns.
And I'd just been talking about bears a little while ago, and then Nigel shouts, "Bears, bears, bears!" Of course, what did I think? There was a bear. Turns out it was a big bird. I just heard a rustle, did you?
Yeah.
Time to move on.
That's why I've been looking around. I've been kind of going, I can hear something. Let's keep going.
I know I'm truly alive. So this is Ritangira nature stig.
Maybe.
Wanna save every moment now.
So looking on Google Maps, I think this path now will take us up via the cafe. Bonus. What the? What's the matter?
I just inhaled a fly.
Oh.
And I managed to cough it up, but I coughed it up over my trousers.
My love, we got this one right.
Not many lights on in that cafe.
That's not what I'm worried about.
What are you worried about?
Have you seen that net? Is that to catch people if they fall off the car?
Well, I'd rather there was a net than not, to be fair.
Yeah, but I'm kind of glad we didn't come up on it now.
No, 100% more perturbed that the cafe might not be open.
No.
No, 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 no.
Oh no!
It's not open. Why not? Oh, you're joking.
Oh, this was our lunch.
Oh, for goodness sake, why is it not open?
Oh, I don't believe it. I do not believe that.
Oh, for goodness sake, that's rather frustrating in Sweden. You told us it was open, and it's not.
We didn't bring any lunch.
Didn't bring anything. Put some nuts in some water.
We got banana and apple.
Highly disappointed. Anyway, we're going to carry on up to the top. Maybe another hour, someone said, but I think it could be less. I almost push you off the edge there, yeah.
I have a little request to Sweden, please. Can you not disappoint us on the food front? Because food is one of my little pleasures in life. And I'm very disappointed today.
We'll probably go down to the tourist station. There'll be a big sign saying cafe not open during the autumn. I mean, it is the Aurora Sky Station, so maybe it's only open in the winter whenever the chairlift's being used quite a lot. We are the only two up here, so they wouldn't get much business. Then again, the amount we can eat, we could probably see them through a season.
Oh, there's something hanging here.
Doesn't
Not a person.
bode well.
We've been hiding. We'll just shake our heads. And when no one is
So there we are, guys, at the top, even without a cafe stop. We actually met someone who has just finished walking Kundsleden, the long distance walking path here in Sweden, well, one of them anyway. 4 weeks he's been on the go, and on his final day, rather than having a day off, he climbs up here. Good man. Dead easy walk up, a little bit chilly in that wind though, so.
I wouldn't say dead easy. I mean, it's quite steep and aerobically hard, but technically it's not difficult. Yeah.
But we're going to enjoy the meagre supplies that we have now before swearing that the cafe isn't open pretty much all the way down. 2 hours probably walking up.
Yeah.
So.
And we stopped a couple of times for chats and different things, so.
Right, snacks, and then we're actually going to take a different route down. So unlike normal when we don't record a lot of stuff on the way back down again, we'll probably pick this up once we cross the river and heading down a slightly different way down towards the
It'll be
van.
interesting to see if that's actually quicker or longer, because we got up a lot quicker than we were told we would, so maybe we found the best route up.
We're just super fit. Right, where's that glorious apple?
I shall get it for you now.
Kind of wish you'd lost it. See you in a bit. So we haven't actually come that far down because we're now looking at a couple of herds of wild reindeer. Although didn't you say all of the reindeer in Sweden's domesticated?
They're all domesticated apparently.
But still fantastic. When I imagined seeing reindeer in the Nordics, it's exactly how I imagine seeing them running across the tundra. So
I bet it's amazing if the snow's here though.
I know.
You see them.
So we're going to carry on wandering down. We'll let them cross our path, hopefully get a little bit of a closer look at them. Just over my shoulder here, wild reindeer. Oh, that's made that walk all the more worthwhile. They are absolutely beautiful. Oh, a couple doing a bit of rootin' and tootin' and ruttin'.
the fact that I'm obsessed with you.
Okay, now going back this way, we do have a little bit of a river crossing, but apparently at this time of year, not much of a river to speak about, so fingers crossed it'll be. Oh yeah, it looks completely fine. Oh goodness me.
So when no one is listening, I confess.
Well guys, that is us pretty close to back to the tourist station. I'm so glad we did the loop, and definitely glad that we went on up to the top. Obviously that allowed us to see the reindeer. We would say that the official path, I think, is a little bit more technical, a little bit steeper in bits, but we're glad we did the full loop. But now we're also glad that we're close to the tourist station, and that means coffee. What says you?
Yeah, I think go up the way we went up. It was much better. And then go to the top and then come back this way because it's nice to see the river and the waterfall.
And of course, we say go the way we went up. We can't give you any more information than that.
Right, so you've got the chairlift and there's a path going right next to the building, and you literally just follow that up.
There you
You
go.
can't miss.
Coffee and cake. We're going to skip the whole lunch thing, and we're just going to go straight to coffee and cake. So we shall catch up, I guess, later on. Oh, and by the way, speaking of cake, one thing we've noticed about Sweden is their supermarkets are full of sugary goodness. Now, I think that's due to the fact that Norway taxes their sweet stuff a lot. So the Swedes are obviously cashing in on that. All the Norwegians coming over and getting their fill of sweet stuff. So we might get some sweetie action as well tonight. But for now, tourist station, coffee and cake. Catch up in a bit. Well, good afternoon, guys. It's actually been a couple of days since our little outing in Abisko. It was beautiful. We actually stayed an extra 2 days than what we had originally planned. And that was mainly due to the wonderful walks and the landscapes. Nicola had quite a bit of work to do as well. But the little tourist station was fantastic. We ended up going for an all-you-can-eat buffet breakfast yesterday morning. Can you guess how many courses Nicola went for? Was it 1? Was it 2? Answers at the end of the vlog. So we stayed an extra night in Abisko and then left there this morning. Went and drove on a little bit to grab some shopping. And if you go down to the woods today,
But I don't know what's that way then.
YouTube.
More of a gravel. Hello. More of a defined path, but yeah, there's definitely like steps going down over there.
But anyway, before the bird turned up, and we got our shopping, and we're driving on. In fact, this actually happened before we got our shopping, and the horrible ping noise of the VW van again, telling us that there's a problem. Losing tyre pressure.
Again.
Now, this has happened twice before. The first time it was a false alarm. It was actually a problem with the sensor itself. And the second time in Spain, earlier this year, it actually was a slow puncher. So we have filled all of the tyres up again. They were all a little bit low, weirdly. So we'll have to wait and see. Seems to be okay at the moment. But we've brought ourselves, actually, as we were driving today, and probably what we'll see over the next couple of vlogs, is we really have stepped into autumn here in Sweden, and of course from next week into Finland as well. But we've stopped off here. We had originally planned just to stop off and grab coffee here, but it seems to be quite a nice little park up, so we might actually stay here. It's already sort of reasonably late in the afternoon, so
Now I've seen steps to the canyon floor. Might have to go.
might have to go.
We'll have to go.
Will have to go. Yeah. How many steps?
275.
Nicola might go and check out the steps. And she has me going down the steps. What happened to you there?
I nearly fell down. I caught my foot on the thing and nearly fell.
That wasn't planned, by the way. But for those of you who've followed us for a long time, you know Nicola is quite accident prone. So many steps as that we've done now?
I've lost count because I freaked out.
This is going to be pain in my backside walking back up here. And what's the bet? Nicola's goat mentality will deliver her to a spot that she kind of goes, meh, it's not what I was expecting. We've been there before, people. We've been there before. Yes, it's a very long way down.
On the way back up.
Yeah. I'll be lying there on the way back up. And it looks like we're getting to the bottom.
It looks like it doesn't go anywhere. Who puts a staircase in that doesn't go anywhere?
Who follows it?
Idiots. Look, oh, hang on. Oh,
What were you doing there?
I thought the book was meant to be on, and I was like, I can't even sign the book, it's not there. But it's here.
Chances of someone's written in the book, this path doesn't go anywhere. I'm not quite sure what to say about that. So, was it everything you hoped for?
Well, I haven't finished yet. I'm going under the fence.
No, you're not allowed to.
Why not? It doesn't say there's no entry signs.
Arrest her, folks, arrest her. She's off. So, was it everything you hoped for?
No.
Just rewind there a couple of minutes there and see what I said. Nicola's goat mentality will deliver her to a spot that she kind of goes, meh.
Pretty trees. Okay, that was a bit of a waste of time. They could at least tell you it goes nowhere.
I wonder will my path be slightly more picturesque? But we've all learned the lesson, guys. When Nicola has an idea in her mind, there is no point whatsoever in going against that, because if you go against it, she will huff all day.
Apparently rough-legged buzzards live here. So we might be lucky enough to see one of those.
They've been down here before, they know it doesn't go anywhere. They're not coming back. Right, back up the stairs then.
Yeah, I've got to sign the book first.
The book should be at the top of the stairs and people should write in it. It doesn't go anywhere, guys. Stay up here.
Yeah, smile and look happy that we've come all the way there. A staircase to nowhere.
And of course, by the time they read that, they'll be like, couldn't you have told me that at the start of the staircase?
Nicola and Nigel.
Don't put my name in that. Put Nigel didn't want to come.
Oh, actually, I'll put Nigella.
Nigel, eh?
But no, I'll put but pretty trees.
Don't give them a get out.
But pretty trees.
You don't even like trees, remember?
I'm getting to like trees a bit more because I've seen so many of them. Back up then.
Oh, you're going to owe me for this.
I'm going to cook you a nice chicken bake tonight that I made up my own recipe for.
This is the other thing she does all the time. Doesn't follow recipes. And you know what she's going to top it with? A potato pot.
Bacon and potato mash pot.
Oh, it's going to be awful. Oh my, oh my, oh my. What do you think you're doing? Come on.
I'm taking a picture.
And we're off again. Almost there. And thus endeth our pointless journey down the stairs.
Yeah, don't bother.
I really wish I was one of our subscribers now and I could have watched this video before going down the steps. So I do think my walk was much better.
I was just about to say that.
Took about 6 seconds to get here. Anyway, I think we're still going to stay here because there is a loo and Nicola's already checked it out and it's quite clean.
It's very clean, but bizarrely, people.
Yeah, people.
There's a black bin bag in there, yeah, for rubbish. So why are you tying up your plastic bags and throwing them in the toilet?
Why are you looking down the toilet?
Because when we went to that other place, a Copacabana bar, it was really full, and I'm really worried one day it's going to be so full.
I avoid eye contact. In fact, I actually back into drop toilets. I kind of like reverse me. Jeez, girl. Sorry. I actually reverse myself into them.
No wonder you're worried about falling down. That's a way to fall down it.
No.
What if you trip up?
No.
You idiot.
So guys, we ended up driving on from that last park up, and I think you'll agree that this is perhaps a little bit nicer. The drive here was a tad interesting. Take a look at this. Yeah, for about 15k, it was just completely dug up. And let's just say the locals weren't that interested in keeping to the very slow speed limit. Bit hair-raising. Anyway, yeah, this is a really nice park up, so I'm kind of glad we did move on. And also puts us only now about 2 hours away from our hopeful planned destination tomorrow. Yeah, this will absolutely do for an overnight park up. And also, in the forest where we were before, obviously we were quite closed in. Now, we are due some clear skies tonight, and obviously up until sort of a couple of weeks ago, there was just no chance of seeing any aurora because it never got dark. Now we do have several hours of darkness, so fingers crossed before we move too much further south that we maybe get a little bit of aurora action, but not holding our breath. It would just be a nice little bonus while here in Sweden. Right, well, I'm going to carry on exploring this area. Potentially a chance for a little bit of photography as well, because the light's just beautiful at the moment and it looks like we've got a couple of hours of clear light ahead of us. So we shall catch up, I guess, tomorrow as we look to close off our very short but very enjoyable time here in Sweden. See you tomorrow morning. Well guys, that is our short but rather enjoyable trip through Sweden done and dusted, and it seems quite strange that after 12 weeks in Norway, we're already leaving Sweden. We haven't even been here a week, and in fact, this outro is coming to you from Finland. We have literally just crossed the border. I think we're in a little town called Pello or something, which has the noisiest birds on YouTube. And
We did have some Swedish reindeer come and say goodbye, literally about 200 metres from the border. It was like they knew we were leaving and they come to say goodbye. I like to think they did.
we saw them in a field about 200 yards away as we drove past them at speed. I'd like to come back to Sweden. The supermarkets seem much cheaper than in Norway, but we only had kind of one go at that. But yeah, really enjoyed our time in Abisko. It was a beautiful park up. It was a stunning morning this morning, as you'll have already seen. Lovely mist. Sorry, she's making, anytime we stop, this one here needs fed, so she keeps forgetting she's got a mic on, so I'm hearing all the gruffling in there.
Sorry.
But another hour's drive or so. We're apparently going to the world's best laundrette that apparently has got free treats for everyone who partakes.
Coffee and marshmallows and snacks and a toilet.
But that will be a story for next time. Bet you guys can't wait. Next week's episode will be the laundry episode.
Super gets 4.9. Everybody says just go there, even if you haven't got washing.
This is what
I'm
makes
so
her happy.
excited.
I know, it's ridiculous. Right guys, well once again, thanks a lot for following along. Sweden, you've been short and sweet.
Yeah, you've been good.
We shall catch up next week from somewhere in Finland. But until then, take care guys. Bye bye.